And after months of planning for many school districts across the country, online classes didn't go so smoothly. Watch.
The Wi-Fi was too slow and I couldn't do any of my work.
They said they were gonna tell me like how to log in since the server or whatever was shut down.
We were looking at her schedule this morning, and she has like 7 English classes.
The parents we have to figure it out. You know, it's like figure out, we figure it out together.
Imagine the families that don't have extra iPads lying around or Microsoft Teams on those iPads. Their children just sat out.
Joining me now is Randi Weintgarten. She's the president of the American Federation of Teachers. And Randi, welcome to the show. I also, I started the show talking about the 9/11 anniversary, and I know that you're a New Yorker, and maybe give you a chance to reflect on these last 19 years and where we are today.
Well, thank you. And look, I was the head of the teachers union in New York City, and many of my members were married to many of the firefighters who died that day. And we, it was amazing what the teachers did down in 9/11. We were in Brooklyn trying to make sure that every single person got out safely. And we, thank God, got every single school teacher and every single kid out safely in that 9/11 area. But this is what I want to say about it. You had a Republican president then, George W. Bush. I didn't agree with him about a lot of things, but he brought the country together, and the country worked together in that crisis in a way that we've not seen here. And that is part of what I woke up thinking about. We have a pandemic now. The country has not come together. There is really a tale of two countries, one that believes there's a pandemic and one that doesn't. After 9/11, the country, for those moments, came together to fight together.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I of course, was there soon after 9/11, working for the president, and I know what you're saying. I do think that the crises are quite different, and one of them was just a shock to the system. This one was slightly more gradual, but now we're 6 months into it. The school system, I think one of the things, Randi, you could take away is everybody has a much greater appreciation for schools and how they normally run.
That's true.
But we're hearing from lots of people that the technology is just not there. I was heartbroken when I saw those little girls sitting outside the drive-through at Taco Bell so that they could get free Wi-Fi to try to do their lessons. Right. What are you What are you hearing from teachers or parents?
Well, at least like I just comb my hair this afternoon because, every morning I after I look at my emails, I want to pull my hair out because of all of the problems that we see throughout the country. So this is the first big move indoors. And what has happened in most of the country, there are some pockets that things are working very well, but in most of the country, particularly given the huge budget cuts that districts have suffered, they have put lots of resources into trying to figure out how to open, how to get the PPE, how to do the cleaning, how to do the ventilation. But they don't have the resources in terms of the Wi-Fi. There are, whether they were in school or outside of, doing in school or doing remote, there are backlogs now in Dell and in Apple in terms of buying machines. And we didn't get the money from the stimulus this summer that we have been trying to get since May to get Wi-Fi connected, high connectivity Wi-Fi connected in homes after homes after homes.
Do you wish that some of the Democrats would have voted for the bill that Mitch McConnell put forward in the Senate yesterday? There would have been $105 billion for schools, and that was $5 billion more than the original Pelosi plan.
Actually, that bill was terrible because most of that bill was poison pill, so that any of these districts that have real problems in terms of reopening. And look, I come from New York City, and my home local is really trying to work to stand up reopening. And that bill wouldn't have helped them in that way. Mitch McConnell should have come in with a bill months ago, and then the Democrats and the Republicans should have been negotiating. And sorry about my dog.
Hey, you know what? This show loves dogs.
Right.